We live in a time where perfection is often presented as the goal. Everywhere you look, influencers and ads project this image of a perfect life. But here's the truth. It's not about striving for perfection. It's about embracing progress.
Many people are searching for silver bullet solutions for issues they struggle with. I'm sure you've tried a few things that promised huge results, which either fell short of that promise or weren't sustainable.
Whether seeking a solution for yourself or for someone you care about, we believe in a holistic approach to brain optimization, helping people achieve a whole range of shifts across many areas of their lives. It's about consistent progress, managing challenges of life better, and seeing every step as a step forward. Hi, I'm Samantha Diabatis.
And I'm Alex Theoret. We're the co-CEOs of Zengar, the company behind Neuroptimal. Thanks for clicking play on this video. We can't wait to give you a deeper insight into what Neuroptimal could potentially do for you and your loved ones and how it works. You might be hoping to better manage a particular issue or help someone you love do the same. You might be looking for a competitive edge or to achieve a performance goal you've been striving for. Whatever your motivation for being here, you're in the right place.
In our fast-paced world, we're all grappling with emotional, mental, and physical challenges. Over the next 3 videos, we're going to show you how to unlock your brain's potential.
If you're already on board with the power and possibilities that Neuroptimal holds for you and your family, then we don't want to hold you up. If that's you, then click on the last video below to see how you can start training your brain with Neuroptimal right away.
Let's start with the why. Why would someone train their brain using our system?
Many of the people who choose to join the Neuroptimal community do so because they're not satisfied with their current life experience. Or they may be looking for a way to level up their performance in life, whether in sport, school, or business.
We've seen so many people experience an improved quality of life, feeling happier, free, sharp-minded, experiencing better sleep and smoother relationships. In our experience with Neuroptimal in kids, parents often tell us that they notice some real positive changes in their children, things like improved social skills, better focus, behavior, and even sleep. In fact, some parents have even said that it feels like their child has matured.
Many athletes who've harnessed the power of Neuroptimal have some pretty remarkable stories to share. They talk about how Neuroptimal helps them get out of their own way or stops them from overthinking. It keeps them cool under pressure. It's sort of like having that Zen-like calm exactly when they need it most. No more letting a single loss ruin the whole game or day. But that's not all. They're also hitting peak performance levels more consistently, saying goodbye to those off days. You know that inner voice that sometimes tries to talk you out of training or practice? Neuroptimal athletes report less of that too. In a nutshell, they're feeling sharper, more focused, and they're nailing their shots.
Let's do a little exercise. I'd like you to close your eyes and imagine yourself or a person whose life you'd like to positively impact. What would it look like if they were able to better manage the issues in their life? What would they look like if they were thriving instead of surviving? I mean, really living the best version of themselves. What difference would that make for you? I asked you to do that because I want you to be clear about why you're here. Many people out there have lost hope of positive change. Some of you might be mothers, guardians, or caregivers, making it natural for you to prioritize the well-being of your loved ones. If you're here because you've heard of Neuroptimal and its benefits, you might already know some of the potential advantages, but we want to dive deeper into how our system is different from the other options. The biggest thing we'd like for you to gain out of our time together is hope. We've seen it over and over, this spark in people who have trained, realizing that positive change is possible and well within their reach.
What you're going to learn over the next few minutes has the potential to improve not only your life experience, but those of others around you. Neuroptimal changes lives. We've seen it consistently, and it's at the core of why we love what we do so much. Before going further, I want to give you insight into the science behind neurofeedback and how Neuroptimal differs from other options out there. Don't worry, you don't have to be a scientist to understand this, and we'll keep it pretty light. To start with, there are some terms we need to define: Neuroptimal and neurofeedback. Neurofeedback is an umbrella term that describes the method in which your brain's electrical activity is measured and recorded with the intent of doing something with that information to help the brain function better. Neurofeedback has existed as a brain training method for over 60 years. It is widely used by top-tier organizations and individuals who want to improve physical and mental performance, such as business people, musicians, performers, athletes, and students. Neurofeedback systems are used in schools, mental health facilities, and by general healthcare professionals. So that's neurofeedback systems.
Okay, now let's define Neuroptimal. Neuroptimal is a brain training system based on some of the components of the science of neurofeedback, but it's unlike any other option available. It's a game changer, and we're excited to show you why. The first question many people ask is, how does it work?
Neuroptimal was designed to leverage how the central nervous system, or CNS, naturally works and how the body learns. We don't change or shift the way the CNS works. The system empowers the brain to improve its own function, the way it was designed to. In this way, Neuroptimal is the safest and most natural approach to training your brain. So in order to understand how Neuroptimal works, we first need to have a foundational understanding of how the brain works. The human brain is an extremely complex dynamic structure. It adapts and responds to change of all kinds, whether inside the body or outside. For example, it can adapt to cope with stressors, developing resilience and stress management strategies. After injuries like concussions, the brain can adapt to reroute functions to undamaged areas. It can also adapt to better regulate emotions, helping individuals cope with triggering events. The point is that our brain is changing and adapting all the time. There are so many variables that this process will look different for every person every moment of their life. And unfortunately, over time, through all sorts of life experience, the brain can become less effective at adapting, leading to a variety of challenges. If given the right conditions to improve, however, the brain will do just that.
Okay, so we've got a very basic understanding of how the brain operates and its role in the body. It responds to change. So let's build on that and unpack how Neuroptimal has transformed the world of brain training. Neuroptimal is the only complete real-time neurofeedback system. It's like a mirror. With Neuroptimal, there's no need for technicians or protocols because it offers your brain real-time information about itself, which can be used by the brain to improve its own functioning. The training is guided by the brain and is adapted in real time. When training your brain with Neuroptimal, there's almost no delay between the capturing of your brain's data and the feedback. It's always up to date, just like looking in a mirror. When your brain receives this information through the audio interrupts, it can decide if it wants to maintain its current activity or try something different. Nothing is forced or pushed. Your brain is in charge, making the best decisions for itself. This helps your brain adapt and work at its best. Neuroptimal makes sure that your brain gets the right information exactly when it needs it without any guesswork. It's safe, simple, and provides opportunities for the brain to decide what's best for it. Alex, why don't you talk about other things that make Neuroptimal unique?
With a Neuroptimal session, the client listens to music while reading, working, or just relaxing. They can even watch a movie. Neuroptimal is not limited to one specific method of triggering feedback. Rather, it adapts in a variety of ways to help promote the most efficient brain functioning. With Neuroptimal, the brain naturally adapts moment by moment without forcing specific outcomes. Any observed changes happens as part of the brain's own self-organizing process, making Neuroptimal powerful and safe and allowing for smooth transitions. Neuroptimal is quite unique in its operation and approach. With Neuroptimal, the focus is on restoring brain resilience and flexibility, which naturally leads to better quality of life. No diagnosis is necessary because the training helps your brain find its own best solution. With Neuroptimal, the expertise is built into the system. It simply offers information to the brain about what it's doing, empowering it to make decisions autonomously rather than relying on a human to make those decisions. It also requires no effort or special discipline. You just relax. Neuroptimal is 100% non-invasive.
If I was going to summarize everything that we've talked about so far, I'd say Neuroptimal reads and reflects your brain's activity, which your brain can use to improve its performance, potentially impacting nearly every area of your life. I hope you're getting a good sense about what Neuroptimal could do for you and those you care about. Trust me, we've heard all sorts of questions, and in the next video, we'll go through some of the most common ones we get about Neuroptimal.